since I've used it. It's been ages.
Yeah,
Alrighty. I guess we'll get going. So, do you want to? I was going to say maybe like we both introduce our DAs and then we just like talk about them, I guess. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you can go first if you want.
Yeah, sure. So my DA is it's like a music project. Um, and I mean the thing is I don't know like anything about music. So I just wanted to see what kind of um, like how much I could learn in a semester and how much I could make. Um, and it's going okay so far. I've been making a lot more than I have been like uploading. I've uploaded like five different like beats, I guess. And it's just like it's just been a really cool process, like figuring out how things work. I mean, I'm still in the deep end. I still don't know much about music, but it's really cool to be learning out how to kind of make music and I upload everything I do to SoundCloud. So right now I've got still got no followers, but I'm still pretty happy with my progress just because my skills have I think improved quite a bit from the first semester. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's my one.
yeah. So what my one was it was a podcast about Liverpool, like the football team.
Liverpool.
That I was doing, yeah, that I
Yeah.
was doing with another student. We didn't manage to get any content in. I think just we had busy schedules, and when we did try to record, there was just always technical issues. So that kind of like derailed our process and our progress towards that. But yeah, so that's basically what our project was about. And yeah, it was just very hard, especially when not that I want to say anything mean about anyone, but especially harder when we're like, oh, yeah, we'll record, and then I tell him what day works, and then I message him, and then I won't get a response
Yeah.
until that day or like a day after. So I think that was also hard as well. But yeah, that's what my day was about. But basically, I then have another podcast that I do with other friends that aren't from uni, and I've sort of used that as like my unofficial DA and sort of just work on that as well.
Yeah, cool. Well, it's good that you found something to kind of, I guess, replace it, so you don't have just like nothing. And it's frustrating too because I know when you pair up, it's like it's a shared workload, which makes life a lot easier. But then you have someone else to rely on, which can be a bit iffy sometimes. So this is this someone you paired up with that's also doing like the same subject, like this one?
Yeah, yeah. We knew each other from like mutuals, and then we realized that we're doing the same course together. So we're like, oh, yeah, we'll do the assignment together. Why not? So we're doing another subject together, and we're doing a group assignment together as well. So yeah,
Yeah, right. Well, it's unfortunate that yeah, you tried to like organize stuff, but then again, yeah, things get in the way and things happen. But I guess this is all part of like what a DA is supposed to be. I mean, I think everyone at the start, you're always like, oh, it has to succeed, like, or I have to succeed to get a good mark. But you can be like as brutally honest as you want about the project, and you can fail the whole thing, and you can still get 100%. You just gotta um, I guess it's well, I mean, one is like as long as you've tried, but two, it's uh as long as you're learning and the next time you do it, you can do it better, you know?
exactly. I mean, this is the last time we're doing it, so like I've never really had that much of a failure doing it. But I guess I think once you become older and you've been doing DAs for that long, it's just gets put on the back burner. And I think that's really what happened is that I was trying to get an episode out as much as I could, but it was just it was just the thought rather than the execution. To be honest.
So was the content going to be like it was going to be about the games that they've played recently, or because I don't know much about soccer, so
Yeah.
it's and that's an English team, right?
Yeah. So the season just started, and our DA was planned like before it. So pre-season, we're going to say, oh yeah, we'll talk about the signings, how we think they're going to do, if they yeah, how they're going to do, what we think about the signings, and preview the season. But as the weeks went on and there was nothing recorded, we're up to like 5, 6 games now, and nothing has been recorded. So it was just it just got up to that point. And for me, it was just like I've got another podcast that I work on. I'll do mine. like my media production company that I have. That's under that, and so I thought I would just make that my unofficial DA and just work on that and use the tips that I've used for that to use as my reflection for my actual digital artifact, which I actually wrote about in the report. So that's what
Yeah.
that was my approach towards it all.
And were you like planning to do maybe like an episode about like after each game and like do like a review or whatever, see how they're going?
Yeah, I was like weekly episodes. I think we should have just picked the day, which is what I wrote about as well. Should have picked the day and stuck to it and recorded. And yeah, it just never really came into fruition. Nothing really happened towards it. But yeah, we're just going to talk about every game. It's what we do with the other podcast. We talk about another sport, another team in the same sport, and we talk review the games, we do preview games and review the games. And somehow, a lot of them full time work, and we still managed to get it done. So that's why I was just a bit upset when I couldn't get something done.
Definitely probably frustrating, eh? And that's the thing, the podcast is really hard. An engaging podcast is really hard to do by yourself. You kind of have to do it with someone else, you know? But yeah, no, at least you got something. So what's your other DA? What's that about? With your other podcast?
Yeah, so it's just a podcast called the Silos Global. So just like the nickname of my football team in Greece called Olympiakos. And yeah, we've got Canadian host, Greek host, and then me and another guy and another guy who's Australian. So a bit of a worldwide audience, which I think, and target market, which I think is good. And
Awesome.
yeah, so we just same thing like the Liverpool one, except just a different team, and we just review the games. And I add a bit of comedy to it and just add my input into it as well. I do know about what I'm talking about, but I just make it engaging, and we do live streams and people can watch. And yeah, that's basically what it's about.
Yeah, right. How many episodes you got so far?
I don't know. I can check. I think, but we've done like quite a few. Like we just recently recorded one like 2 days ago. Even if not all of us can be on it, if two or three of us can
Yeah,
be on it, then
yeah,
it's
for sure.
still good. We've recorded about 26 episodes now. So
Yeah, wow, that's crazy. 26. That's
yeah,
awesome. That's really good.
yeah.
So and
So we
there's
just
so
worked
because you
out
got
pretty
multiple
well.
hosts, it's
Pretty well.
really, really flexible and you can just basically do it
Yeah.
with whoever.
Yeah. It's like, oh, who can record at this day, this time? And if no one can, then someone's like, okay, oh, we'll do another game, another day, or I can pre-record it and then just upload it at another time, which is what's been done as well. But I didn't want to pre-record an episode by myself and just talk to myself, to be honest.
Yeah, that's not
I felt,
very
yeah,
fun to watch or very fun to listen to. Definitely.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So this podcast that you've done like 26 episodes for, do you reckon you'll keep going
Yeah.
once the DA is done, the semester's done?
Oh yeah, I've done it before the DA and after the DA, so I think it will. It's just
Yeah.
a matter of everyone else. I know for sure, I know for certain that I will, but I don't know about the other boys. But yeah, I know for certain that I will.
Yeah, right. How are you uploading them on like Spotify or YouTube or?
Yeah, so we do a YouTube live stream and then just goes through Spotify after that.
Yeah, cool. Have you got like a target listener amount or like a target follower amount?
Just yeah, anyone that really follows the team, just follows the sport in general because they'll connect more with it. Like you're not gonna get someone that doesn't support the team watching it or doesn't more follow the sport because they're gonna have no idea what we're talking about. So that's probably it.
Do you have a like a number you want to reach?
I mean, 100 would be nice. I think our record's like 65, 70.
Watching
So
the live
anything
stream.
like that. I do,
Yeah.
yeah, watching or just even like rewatching or listening. And we did hit that recently, and we did actually get to interview a former player, which I know through one of the pages that I have. So that's that was cool for us as well, and we got a big audience on that. Even that was small, even though it was small, like just for him to want to help us out, I think was good
Yeah,
for us.
that's so cool, bro. That's awesome. So you got a former player and you got a growing audience, and I think definitely you figured out the formula for how to make a podcast work, and it's basically the same thing. Like you got two podcasts. One's about Liverpool. You'd think that one would be more popular because everyone knows. Like even me, I'm not even a soccer fan, and I know who they are. You know, you think that target.
Yeah,
I think, yeah, if you had gone ahead with that, you probably would have like gained a pretty decent audience, I think. But you've got the method down pat for sure.
yeah, yeah, but yeah, tell me about yours. So what, you were just making beats for music? Because I'm a big music fan, so like I'm intrigued when someone says they do something on music. So yeah,
Yeah, right. Well, so like I downloaded SoundCloud like before the semester started, and I started listening to like all these hip hop remixes and stuff, and I was like, damn, this stuff's really, really cool. And I was just thought like how hard is this to make, or is it really that hard to get started? So it's basically just from that. It wasn't anything too crazy. And I'm certainly no musical prodigy or anything, but I downloaded this it's called Ableton Live, and I downloaded this music software. And so I just basically get on whenever I feel like it and just start playing around with different things. And I've watched heaps and heaps of tutorials of just like trying to figure out how different things work. And from doing that and making it, and I've learned a little bit about, not really much, but a little bit about like music theory, that kind of stuff. But still very early stages, but it's cool. I've made like five probably beats by now, and originally I wanted to be at the point where I could make a song at the end of the semester. I don't think that's going to happen. So I've probably failed my goals, but I'm still happy that I've made some stuff, and yeah, I've gotten there.
yeah, so it's just getting the beats and just putting it together. It's not like songs and then you're like remixing the song. It's not that. It's more just getting the beats and putting them together.
Yeah, it's very basic. It's very just like portions of what a song would be. So nothing, I haven't made any full songs
Yeah,
yet, or like even a 30-second. That's the longest I've gone is 30 seconds. So yeah, I think it was a very ambitious start. And I took off a bit off more than I could probably chew, but that's all right. But I'm pretty happy with my progress though. So
yeah. And I think yeah, I mean, at least you got something out there. That's better than what I would have done.
mm,
But look, I think it's good that you got something out there. And as someone that does YouTube, I like to see different beats because can't really use beats so much. You got to find non-copyrighted this and that. So I think that's good when you make your own beats. I've done the same thing. I've made my own beats that I can put in my own videos so that I don't have to ever worry about copyright, and I always just reuse the same music. So I
yeah,
think yeah, that's a really good idea. And I think that's something. I think that's something cool because like again, I have never heard anyone do that. Everyone says like podcasts or videos or like Twitters. So yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
yeah. Thanks, man.
I
Cheers.
think yeah,
I
I
think
think
we
it was
may
good
have
looking for me.
I think we may have reached our time limit.